Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. I made it. It has been a day, but we made it. We're here and we are here talking about beauty technology and whether we need this crap or not. Time magazine unveiled their top beauty inventions of 2022, which is supposed to be like the big things for 2023. There's 6 different beauty tools or beauty technologies, I should say, that they identified as things that are like mind-blowing amazing. So you may find something in this that you want to try. You may find something that you're excited about. We shall see. I have one of them here that I'm going to share with you because I actually have one of these that John got me for my birthday. So I have one that I can give you a review on. But I'm excited to share these with you and hear your opinion. And when I say your opinion, I'm talking about the people that are watching on the replay. Yes, absolutely. You're part of the collective brain by participating in the comment section down below. But what makes this chat special, what makes this next level, is the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. They're the people here in live chat. They're scrolling here. I'm going to be clicking on people, and they're going to add to the conversation and make it 10 times better, because a lot of times I don't think of all of the things, and that's what the collective brain is for. So we can all think of all of the things and be one giant collective brain. So before we get into Time Magazine's top beauty inventions of 2022, I want to say hello to them. So I'm going to go ahead and click over here, and we are going to say hello to a select group of them that were here first. Andrea, hello. Happy Sunday from a cold, snowy southwestern Ontario. I am still bundled up from the farmer's market this morning. I am still wearing my sweatshirt, my Vermont sweatshirt. If you don't know, Vermont is one of my favorite places on the planet. I've been there one time and I freaking loved it. It was my happy place. But yes, so I'm still bundled up. It was so cold today at the market. I feel like I'm still thawing out. But Teresa's probably laughing at me because Teresa lives in a much colder place than I live in. So this would probably be like summer for her. Hi, Teresa. Welcome back to live chat. I hope you all are doing well. Don't forget to like and share. Let's help Jen out. Thank you so much, Teresa, and the rest of the moderators. I appreciate you oh so very much. And the things that I texted you that I was going to send you, it is on my list of things. Next week, I have like pretty much off. So there's no reason why I can't get those things that I told you I was sending you packed up and ready to go. It's one of the perks of being a moderator. Every once in a while, I have some things they get sent over. So sorry it's taken me a couple of weeks, but they will get there eventually. I love you guys. Thank you for moderating. I appreciate you, Teresa and Flory and Steph and Audra. And John is not here right now because he is playing taxi cab, driving the children all around this evening. So Teresa or Flory or Audra, whoever, if you are, I don't think Steph has my phone number, but if you see anything going on that I need to address, just text me because John's not here. All right, Angie. Oh, I clicked off. Hi, Angie. Good evening. Decorating our tree and listening to Jen. Yay, I love that. John just broke out our tree. We have a giant tree because we have a really high ceiling in our living room. So we have a giant tree. I'm really looking forward to it going up. Oh, Angie, I would love to see your tree. Definitely post it somewhere so I can see it on Instagram or Twitter or someplace so I can see your tree when you get it up. Hi, Joey and Collective Brain. How are we all doing? I'm feeling good. I'm just like, I'm ready to go. I had to make some coffee. I meant to make decaf. I grabbed regular by accident. It happens. Hi, Monica. I need to take my walk, do laundry. I'm exhausted. Yeah, that happens. Hi, Alicia. Good evening to you as well. And Gabrielle and Amanda. I love afternoon chat. I could sleep in and still feel like I contribute to the collective. Yes, love it. And Amanda, happy Sunday to you. Looking forward to chat as well. And I see you, Bamachek, and everybody else. Thank you so much for being here. If I didn't say good evening to you, good evening to you. And cheers to my regular coffee that I should not be drinking right now. We do love the mods. The mods are freaking amazing. But one thing that's really nice is we have a great community here. Honestly and truly, just such wonderful people. Very rarely do we have issues, but they are there as my safety net to make sure, because occasionally we get some weirdness happening. So thank you for being here, moderators. I appreciate you. And everybody else appreciates you too, because then they don't have to deal with all of the crap. They don't have to see it. They don't have to deal with it. All right, so let's talk about these inventions. This one I'm actually really excited about. First one has to do with Hourglass Cosmetics. Let me tell you what it is. This is cool. So this, I know it's right in the middle of my face. So this thing right here, this is the Hourglass Cosmetic Confession Lipstick in a very special shade, Red Zero. Okay, so that's what the technology is. It's not the lipstick, it's the pigment. This is called Red Zero. And Hourglass has launched a vegan red lipstick formula with the brand's exclusive replacement for Carmine Red Zero. Carmine is the industry standard red pigment produced from crushed female bugs, essentially. The brand said the ingredient replacement does not compromise on the lipstick's pigment, which it claims delivers a saturated true red hue. Because this is the thing about Red 40. Red 40 is another pigment that you can use. It's very, very common to use in cosmetics, but it's not as bold and punchy. It doesn't look like that. So you have to use Carmine if you're going to use really bold red colors. From what I understand, I'm not a chemist. I've never formulated makeup. But that's what I understand. Especially in eyeshadow. This is where I think it's going to be a thing. Because in eyeshadow, people try to make these vegan pigments, but then we end up, if you don't use Carmine, then you have to use like Red 6 and Red 7, which are okay in lipsticks, not okay in eyeshadow. So then they have to jump through all of those FDA legal hoops, calling it a breast pigment or a face pigment or just a shadow instead of an eyeshadow. And now we have all these lawsuits. We have one against ColourPop. We have one against Morphe. I think there's another one somewhere that I can't remember. Companies being these class action lawsuits, people saying, I didn't know it wasn't safe for eyes. And ColourPop that I didn't know it wasn't safe for eyes. I didn't know. Therefore, you sold me something dangerous and you knew about it, which is, I've gone on and on so many times about that. It's really irritating to me. So I'm hoping that this Red Zero that they've developed, that they will share. They say that it is, just their brand is using this, but maybe they will share it so other companies can use it in eyeshadow. That would be great. Or maybe somebody else could make something. Because most pigments are synthetic. Like, why aren't we making pigments to replace? I don't know. Excuse me. It says it added that the launch symbolizes its commitment to animal welfare, zero animal byproduct, zero insects harm. Customers can find the lipstick on hourglass.co.uk with prices starting from £22. So I do have the link to this article down below if you want to go check it out. But let me go ahead and see what you all are saying. Yes. Trying. Oh, no more crushed beetles. Damn. Yeah, I know. Carmine is in so many things. It's in food. It's in, drinks. It's in all kinds of stuff, but it's used a lot in makeup. It's a red pigment. So it's a lot of times in pinks and reds and purples. So, Angie, I don't know why it has to be a female bug. And the question is too, is how do they know the difference between the females and how do they sort the females from the males? Or do they just crush the males in with the females? Because I never heard that it was a female bug before this article. I didn't know that. I thought it was just all of them. But this article says that it's female Carmine bugs. But it's like, how does that work exactly? How do they get the females and the males separated? Like, I know somebody's not sitting there because they're tiny. The little tweezers, like, I know, not cool. Sir Palette says, I think I get eye irritation from Red 40. Red shadows irritate me, and I checked for my ColourPop shadow, and that's what it had. Sad because I love all the shadows too. It's so hard to know. One thing I want you to look for if your eyes are getting irritated by eyeshadows is something called bismuth oxychloride. Bismuth oxychloride is used as a pigment. I think it's like a dusty white, but it dyes relatively easily from what I understand. The thing about bismuth oxychloride is it's a very scratchy pigment. It's they call it a microcrystalline structure, I believe. And that is very irritating to some people. I remember Nady from Pop Lux was having issues. And I've told him a million times, if you're having issues, I'm almost 100% sure that Nady's allergic to bismuth oxychloride. Almost 100% are sensitive to it. Not allergic, but sensitive to it. So check that out. It may be Red 40, but I would check bismuth oxychloride as well and see if that's a common denominator in the eyeshadows that are irritating you. Scroll down quite a bit. Yes. And you know what, Gabrielle? Gabrielle says I got on a high horse once about not safe for eye use a few years ago. Now I know better. And you know what? It's really hard to know what's true and what's not true because there is so much fear mongering. And we see this all over the place, not just in the beauty space, but all over. There's people that have, their own way of thinking. Maybe they truly believe it. Maybe they have an agenda. Maybe they're trying to sell you products, whatever it is. But it's really hard to know who to trust. And I have kind of whittled down my people that I listen to. Dr. Dre is one that I very much trust. I also trust, her name is Michelle Wong, but she's not the luxury beauty reviewer Michelle Wong. Michelle, what's Michelle? Why can't I remember it? It's so easy too. Like, why can't I remember what her thing is? It's a science thing. Y'all will tell me. But she's amazing. She has a YouTube channel. She has a blog. She's incredible. Y'all will tell me in a second. I know you will. It's like I know her real name, but I can't remember what her YouTube name is. Lab Muffin. Thank you. Lab Muffin Beauty Science. Aeroscorpion with the wind. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Lab Muffin. Y'all all know. Thank you so much. Those are my two like major people that I listen to. I feel like those are two that I know they're going to be honest because they don't care about like pleasing brands or, they go with the science very specifically and they are professionals in the field. So those are my two major ones that I look for. Okay, so here we go. Bianca has the answer. Cochineal beetles are sexually dimorphic. Only the females are red. Interesting. I don't know what dimorphic means, but I'll have to Google that. But Darky's Makeup and Science has Googled it. Males are long with stringy bits like crickets. Females look like the beetle bug shape. Nice. Okay, so they probably just figure out a way to do that. Ugh. But anyway, so I'm actually really excited about that technology and I really hope that it spreads more, especially to eyeshadows, because I'm so freaking tired of this whole like not eye safe pigment loophole crap that brands have to jump through for no reason. Well, there is a reason. It's because you have to follow the law. Whether the law is stupid or not, you have to follow the law. That's one thing I've learned in the past few years is that laws sometimes are dumb, but you still have to follow them because there are consequences for not following them. And sometimes laws don't cover everything they're supposed to cover. And, sometimes people don't get in trouble for things that are horrible, even though they're horrible if they're not illegal because there's some loophole they've jumped through, So laws really need constant tweaking. Absolutely. Okay, let's go to the second one. This one I'm a little less excited about. You'll have to tell me whether you're excited about it. Here it is. Let me add the next one because I was having trouble getting my images to load, which is why I was 2 minutes late. Okay, so here it is, number 2. And they are called Plus Body Wash Sheets. Body Wash Sheets, 100 dissolvable pouches. And of course, this one is the citrus and neroli scented one. Body care brand Plus launched its new Just Add Water All Over cleanser this year. From the jump, I don't know if that's going to catch on. We'll have to see what it says. The body wash sheets are housed in a dissolvable sachet made of wood pulp from responsibly managed FSC forests. The brand's 3 products contain aloe leaf, eucalyptus, shea butter, almond oil, and sunflower oil. The full collection can be purchased at cleanwith.plus with prices starting from £12. Because I guess this article is from the UK. So this is my thing. I have an issue with like body washes not doing what I'm used to body washes doing. Like when I use a body wash, I want it to be like, I want to see the soap. I know there's things about like stripping the skin and seeing the bubbles and the suds, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Like I get it, but I want to see the bubbles when I wash myself or else I feel like I'm not getting clean. It's like it's a visual thing. Like I feel like it needs to be bubbly. And also I have a question about this. See, I've never tried this. I've never seen it in person. What I'm wondering is it says it's housed in a dissolvable sachet made of wood pulp. If it's dissolvable, is that wood pulp breaking up in the shower? Like what is happening? How is this functional? I don't understand. Maybe maybe somebody in the collective brain has used this before, but I am so confused. And also my eyes on my contacts are drying out massively. So if I'm going like this, it's because I'm trying to like get my eyes to function because that sounds awful to me. I don't know. So Donnelly says hand soap okay, body sheets, yeah, that's scary. See, like hand sheets are fine because you're just doing this and you're spending maybe a minute, right? That's you're supposed to say happy birthday twice, right? You spend maybe a minute going like this and you're done. But your whole body, I don't know. I am skeptical. I am very, very skeptical. Siri says, have they heard of bar soap? No dead trees required. No, it's so weird. I don't know why you need, unless you're like, so my family, we took a road trip for 2.5 months in a van. Okay. In a converted van. My husband built it out. We called it the adventure van and it was amazing. We drove from Maryland to Vancouver, down to San Diego and back. And we could have used some body wash sheets. That would have been nice because we were literally living in a van. But if you're just in your house and you have access to a bar of soap, like I personally don't really like bar soaps because I feel like they're an issue in that like you have to like get it all over your hands and rub it on, or you have to like take the bar and try to rub it on, but it's the wrong shape because it doesn't mold to your body. So then it falls and you have to keep picking it up over and over again. I'm a body wash kind of chick. I like body wash. I like the little floofy guy. I like pouring my body wash in the floofy guy, going like this and then rubbing the floofy guy all over. That's what I personally like. It's probably too much information, but I don't see how this is going to work. Long story short, it's way too late. I don't see that's going to work. Pam says, dissolvable body wash sheets. So is it going to disappear as I'm using it on my arm? And see, that's my question. And what's happening with this wood pulp thing that's supposed to dissolve? What's happening with that? And is that going to get stuck in my pipes? I want to know that too. This plus stuff may be good if you're traveling, if water is scarce. Yeah, see, that I understand. Rosanna, I remember Lush made paper soap a few years ago, which sounds similar. Maybe it is similar. Oh, thank you, Mons. This is Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky had no eyeballs until like a month ago. And I thought somebody said that I should put eyeballs on him. So now he has eyeballs. He freaks some people out, but I love him. He was named by someone in the collective brain too. I didn't think of that on my own. I can't take credit. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, see, here we go. This I agree. She-Wolf, I have laundry detergent sheets. See, that makes sense to me because you don't have to go like this for an extended period of time with a laundry sheet. You just throw it in and then you're done. You just put it in and it does a thing. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let's move on to number 3. And this is the one that I actually have. I have this one. Here it is. Let me add the next picture. Hold on. Okay. This is right here. This is called the Therabody. Therabody TheraFace Pro. All right. Therabody's new multi-use face massaging TheraFace Pro helps to relieve tension in the face, jaw, neck, and head. It also features skin toning microcurrent rejuvenation light therapy. The product comes with a microcurrent ring, an LED light therapy ring, red, blue, and infrared light, a cleansing ring, and the Thera One conductive gel, 50 milliliters. Retails for £375 on Therabody.com. So this is the thing. I was using the Nira under my eyes, right? And I was debating whether I wanted to buy this. And I told John, I was like, I think I might get this, but it's really freaking expensive. But my beauty tool reviews do really well on this channel. Really, really well. Y'all seem to love beauty tools. So I was thinking about, it would be great for a review, but I have to use it for a long period of time in order to see if it's going to work. And I'm doing these Nira reviews. I was like, you know what? I'll just hold off on the Nira reviews for a bit while I review this device. And I realized that I just don't have the patience for this thing. This is the thing. It was like almost $400. I've used it probably 30 times since June. Not nearly enough for how much we paid for it. I want to use it more. I just need to, while I'm using Nira, I try not to do anything special around my eyes because I want to make sure, because I do sponsorships for Nira, I want to make sure whatever results I have, whether they be a little or a lot, I want it to be only because of Nira. So I try not to use anything. I stopped using Nira, and my Nira sponsor video I did today in What's Up in Makeup, I was like, I stopped using it for a little while and to use a different tool. This was the tool I was using. Let me show you how it works. So what you do is the power button's there, and then it's got this vibration thing. Let me show you. It's really kind of, can you see it? Can you see it vibrating? Okay, so that's level 1. And then check that out. Does that look inappropriate to you? It kind of does to me a little bit. How long should I let it go for? All right, that's the end. And then what you can do is, if you want more than that, you can turn on the light. So this is for anti-aging, the red. And then this is for acne. And I forget what that's for. But I know red is anti-aging. See, did you notice that the number of people watching just went up significantly? But I was using this. So what you can do is you can take this out and just use the thing. And then when you put it on, it gets bright. And that's how you treat your anti-aging goodness, with doing that. Oh, yeah, and it tells you when to move. Forgot about that. You're supposed to hold it and then move when it tells you to. It's going to be, maybe. You heard it a second ago, right? Put it on my head. But you have to make sure you don't get it in your eyes, because that's bad. So yeah, so it does that. So you have the colored light, you have the little massagey thing, which actually feels freaking amazing. Like going like this. Oh, no, hold on. Let me turn off the light. I don't want the light on. Turn off the light, because I don't want that in my eyeballs. But like this feels freaking amazing. Like after a long day of talking, like right here is like the magic right there. So there's that. Turn off. And then there's all these other little gadgets, right, that you get with it. So this one has the hot tool and the cooling tool. So this one is, I believe, the hot one. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I've used it. One of these is the hot and one of them's cooling. And I forget which one's which. Or no, it does both. So you take this off like this, and then you put this on, and it just snaps on like that, right? And then turn it back on. And then it turns to, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. You see it right there? So then it shows you the number. So there's 2, level 2, level 3. And I believe this is the hot right there. And it warms up. And then that's supposed to feel really good. You can put your serums on and do that. And then also there's a cleansing thing right here. And then, oh, stop. And then there's the electricity one that's supposed to be for like tightening. So you really do get a ton of stuff in here. And that's why I wanted to review it, because you get so much stuff in here. You get all these little pointy things. You get these. If you don't want a pointy massage, you can have a flat massage. You can have a little spiky massage. So you can have a little clarisonic action. I mean, it does so many things. It's so cool, but it's like, I don't want to do that much. It's a lot of things. It's too many things. Like, this is not sponsored by Nair. I swear I did my sponsorship earlier, but the Nair takes literally less than 2 minutes to do. This takes me like 15 minutes. And sometimes I just don't want to do that. You know, sometimes I just don't want to do all that. It's too much. But it's really cool. And I want to use it more because I know that it's amazing, but it's a lot. So yeah. So let me look and see what you all are saying about this stuff. Tia, shut up. Tia's my best friend from elementary school. So Tia says, of course, the massagey thing, he feels amazing. It does. It does feel amazing. Spunky says she did the grunge moan. I know, right? Yes, Andre, it does. It feels really good. Like right here, it feels fantastic. Like if you go like this and it hurts at all, like it really does feel amazing. So happy you're here, HQB. All right, Siri, take it out of context. This tool will get you arrested in several countries. So yeah, so that's the TheraFace Pro. It really does do a lot for you. If you were planning on getting more than one of those kinds of devices, if you're like into that, I think it's amazing. I think it's fantastic. It just takes too damn long to use. So maybe one day I'll end up doing a full review of it. Just not today, because I didn't use it enough to really give it a full review. So yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the way where it is. Oh, is something wrong with the mic? I can pull Jabberwocky up closer. Yeah, maybe TMG. Yeah, totally. Let me pull Jabberwocky down because we're losing the. There you go. Is there something wrong with it? Okay. Yeah, definitely let me know if there's something wrong with the audio because I don't want it to be bad. Okay, so that's kind of my feeling about the Theraphase. I think it's super cool. For the right person, that thing's freaking amazing. But for the wrong person, just it's not worth $400. If you don't want to spend time on your skincare routine, just forget about it. Just don't even bother. All right, let's go through one more. We'll go through number 4 because we were going way slower than I expected, but that one was going to be the longest because I actually have that one. Okay. Sounds like the mic is off. Oh no. See, Roya says it's fine, but Amanda says it sounds like it's off. Weird. Huh. It is off. Hold on. What is going on here? It is off. It's totally off. You're right. It's probably picking up from my camera. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Let me turn this off and see if I can get it to fix. Sorry, you guys. You're totally right. Hold on. John usually fixes this for me. Hold on. I don't know how to fix it. Darn it. Where's John when I need him? Oh, there we go. Is it that one? Okay. All right. How is that? Is it working now? Is that better? I went through half the chat. Okay. Hopefully it's good now. Okay. Let's talk about the last one. Okay. Jabberwocky's revenge. That's so funny. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. I didn't realize it was like that. I'm so sorry. It was picking up actually from my camera. So that is probably really crappy sound. So sorry about that. Well, now I know. Okay. Yay. You guys are awesome. Thank you for letting me know. That was really nice of you guys. Okay. Let's talk about the Droplet. Okay. This is called the Droplet. It looks like that. Talking about, some questionable looking products here. Questionable. Droplet micro infuser. Skincare brand Droplet's micro infuser is a physics powered device that transforms skincare ingredient capsules into a powerful micro mist. It helps products better penetrate the skin, helping to keep it moisturized and hydrated. Prices for the micro infuser start from $299 on droplet.io. So I should have looked this up more, but it transforms skincare ingredient capsules into a powerful micro mist. Why would you want that? Maybe some ingredients would get into the skin better that way, but I would imagine from just reading that very, very minimal description, that sounds like it's not worth it. Like at all. Because I would think that a lot of the mist would end up in the air, and then you probably have to buy their caplets. That doesn't sound good. Like at all. I don't know. That's my thought anyway. It doesn't sound like something I would want. All right, let me see what you all are saying. Yeah, exactly, Pam. Oh, yes, please. Let me pay $300 to basically ruin my skincare stuff. See, that's what it sounds like. $300 for a mister. Yes. Lisa, Angie and Hot Flashy tried the Droplet and didn't like it. She did a whole test and review video on it. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Angie's another person that I trust and love. Oh, and Michelle uses it too? Does use it sometimes. Well, I'll have to check it out. It does look like something else, doesn't it? I didn't Google it. I ran out of time. I've been home for a total of like 40 minutes today before I got into chat, and I was like frantically eating the empanadas that I bought at the market and talking to my son about school who was complaining about his science class. So like I didn't get time to Google it. Sounds like just a new delivery system. The Fave mask thing last year with the collagen caplets. I don't even know that thing. All the different technology. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to do this chat, because like the number one, the Red Zero, that sounds amazing. Body wash sheets, no. Theraphase, yes, for some people, probably not for me. This Droplet micro infuser, probably not. Probably not. All right, let's take a little bit of a break. Let's talk about what's in my face, which is pretty much gone at this point because I put it on at 7 o'clock this morning. But this is the rose quartz palette after 7, since 7 o'clock this morning. So it's been almost 12 hours and it looks like complete crap. I don't know what happened today. I think it was because it was cold. It was so cold today. Like I was dying and I was rubbing my eyes. Like it was bad. So I used these 2 shades up here. There's me. Hi. There's me and there's you right there. I use these 2 shades and then I use this shade and this shade. And it's pretty much gone at this point. It doesn't look good. And then for my cheeks, I actually used this LYS blush that I got as part of a gift set that I purchased at Sephora. That's purchased. This is purchased. And I agree. The lasting power is I forget who told me this. Somebody in chat a couple weeks ago told me this lasting power on these LYS blushes is not good. And you can see it is not there. It is no longer there. But again, I was out in the elements. So I don't think that's 100% review on that. Lips today, I don't think I even put on anything. I think I just put on a lip gloss. And my brows were Miraness, a brow pencil that I got from Miraness and PR a long time ago, and it's pretty much gone. So that's the review on that. Hindash eyeliner. It's getting old, and you can see I did rub off the edges, but again, I was in the elements today. I don't really give serious review, but one thing I do want to say, there was a mistake today, is I came in from the market, and John was like, "You look like Mrs. Claus." My face from here to here was red, but under my eyes had concealer. Therefore, were not red. I had used the foundation. What is it? This one, the Tula. And I think I used, yes, I did. So I used this Tula foundation. It's a light coverage. So that's why you can see, like, I have no coverage left, 0 coverage. This is the Tula Radiant Skin, UVA plus UVB. I think I bought this. I honestly can't remember if I bought this or got it in PR, to be honest. Y'all probably be able to tell me better than I can. I can't remember if I bought this. I think I bought it. Not 100% sure though. And then I put on the Juvia's Place concealer. And the concealer was still very much on. And it was like this part looked like my skin and this part was just red. It was weird. I looked like something out of like the Grinch movie, the Whoville Who's. I looked ridiculous. So yeah. So that happened. And that's my look today. I look fabulous because I put it on at 7 o'clock this morning. All right. And I have a friend, this hormonal acne. Thank you, premenopause. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. All right, let's go ahead and move on. I actually had a second article I wanted to share with you after this. So hopefully we can get through the next. Well, there's only 2 more. And then there's 3 key beauty consumer trends for 2023 and beyond. And I found those fascinating. So I want to share those with you too and get your thoughts on it. So the next one, hopefully it loaded. Of course it didn't. Why would it load? Because I told it to. It keeps getting stuck. Number 5. I'll tell you what it is, Walt. Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay, so this is called the Zuvi Halo Hair Dryer. And it looks like this. It says Zuvi's Halo Hair Dryer uses the brand's patented light care technology to dry the surface of the user's hair, protecting the moisture within the hair shaft. It claims the dryer can increase the hair's internal moisture by 109%, making it smooth, shinier, and allowing for a longer color retention. Customers can find the dryer at zuvalife.com for £329. So there's a light in there. I don't know anything about hair. So hair experts need to help me on this. That apparently the light care technology helps to dry the hair. So it looks like a Dyson hair dryer, right? But it has a light in it. Weird, right? Is that a thing? I would love for somebody that knows a lot about hair to tell me whether light care technology might be a thing to dry the surface of the user's hair, protecting the moisture within the hair shaft. I don't know. I don't know if that's real. But I would definitely not buy that until I heard somebody that knew what they were talking about that I trusted tell me that that's a real thing, because that's a lot of money for some light. See, I don't know. Okay, so this is my question, Punky Spunky, is does it actually have air that comes out? I imagine there's air along with the light. That's what I would think. Yeah, it reminded me of the Dyson 2 makeup or beauty blog. Totally. So yeah, like the cousin of a Dyson. Exactly, Pam. Kim, I have more breakouts with perimenopause than I did as a teen. Oh my gosh. All mine are on my chin. Look, you can see these two and this one. These two were from October. And because I can't stop touching them because I'm not used to it, I end up with scarring because I can't stop touching them and messing with them because I'm not used to it. Yeah, it does sound gimmicky, doesn't it? Jenny says I would try it if someone sent it to me for free. Me too. But I don't think that's a lot of money because that's going to translate into what? About $375 USD and about 850 Canadian, something like that. I'm just estimating. I wonder how close I am. So yes, calling Brad Mondo. Absolutely, Sarah. All right. Joe says the droplet thing. Angie said her skin looked better when she applied the products with her fingers as opposed to the droplet. She used it for 45 days. She said it wasted product too. See, that makes sense to me. And Angie, I trust with my whole soul. Angie's amazing. I've never talked to Angie. She's one of the few people that have been around for a long, long time that I've never talked to. I've talked to pretty much everybody that's been around for a long time at some point or another for some reason or another. Angie's one person I've never talked to, never met. One day I would love to at least have an online conversation like, hi, Angie. Like I would fangirl so bad. Yeah, 850 Canadian. Yeah, see, that's what I think. Am I close? Am I? I don't know. So that's the next one. And then there's one more. This one I think is actually really cool. Okay. I'm not close. Because I know that the difference between Canadian and the US dollar, I don't know. I don't know what you're noping about, Melissa, but I know the Canadian and the US dollar are pretty far apart right now. But the pound, the British pound and the dollar are much closer right now than they usually are. All right, last one. If I can, the thing was being a butthead as far as loading. Actually, oh, it is on here. Let me load this one. Okay, so this one, I'll show you this picture of it. So this is called the L'Oreal Color Sonic. All right, and actually fits the screen. That's nice. Color Sonic is a lightweight handheld device that uses an innovative mess-free process to mix hair color and apply it evenly. The beauty giant said this helps deliver consistent hair color results for consumers at home. It uses a custom mixer mechanism to combine a precise amount of developer and formula to create a hair color. L'Oreal plans to launch Color Sonic to consumers in the US beginning in early 2023. And that looks cool to me. That looks really cool to me. Something about that, like, 'cause I haven't dyed my hair. Okay, so people keep asking me because I think that my hair still bothers people that I have grays. I haven't colored my hair since 2019, so I can't even blame the pandemic because I haven't colored it since I think fall of 2019. But I'm thinking about dyeing it again because I'm just getting bored. You know, I'm just getting bored with my grays. So that would be something I might do. I also need to go get a professional haircut done because, okay, can you see right here? This drives me nuts. And I hope it doesn't drive you nuts from now on too, because now you're not going to be able to unsee it. From like here down, my hair is thinner. I trimmed off about a half an inch here myself because it was really thin down there. But like from here down, my hair, there's like a clear separation of where it's thinner and it's like right here. So I would really love to have someone professionally cut my hair to here, right? And then also color it. Just because I'm bored. I kind of want to get my hair dyed again. And for no other reason than for myself to see something different in the mirror. Not for standards or anything like that, but I don't want people to make a big deal over it and be like, you're giving in to the standards. You were such an inspiration and now you failed me and I'm so disappointed in you. So my point is that I might even try that Color Sonic thing if it came out because I really don't like going to the salon. I really don't, but I'm scared of doing a box by myself. So I don't know. You think I should cut my hair short? I think John would be crushed if I cut my hair super short. I don't really want to cut it short either because I have a relatively round face and I feel like I like my face looking more like longer. And I feel like if I cut it too short, it would make my face look more round and it's just not my preference for my own face. So I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people have told me to get a bob and I'm terrified of that. I think that would look weird on me. I don't know. We'll see. What is a wolf cut? I don't know what a wolf cut is, but it sounds terrifying. Hi, Joey. Joey says, Jen, I think the G ends every week because my daughter had the same issues. It looks so much thicker after a cut. Yes. I'm trying to think what I think there's a typo in there. I think I see the think. There's a typo in there. But I think what's happening is that I started using, and I am starting to feel comfortable fully recommending this to you. Hair AF by Gerard Cosmetics. Jen Gerard sent me a bottle of it, and then I bought 2 more. So I'm just finishing up my second bottle of it. I've been using it 6 months. And I don't know if you've noticed, but my hair, I think I talked about it in chat before, my hair is staying in my head longer. Like I honestly feel like my hair is thicker. Like even from here up, I feel like it's thicker than from here up, but I feel like it's staying in my head longer. Therefore, it is growing. It seems like it's growing longer because by the time it gets this long, it's like done and it wants to go away. So I think that's what's happening with my particular hair. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But right now, I am a fan of the Gerard Cosmetics Hair AF. It's like $100 a bottle. Wait for them to be on sale. I'm sure she'll have sales 50% off at some point. So yeah. So I'm just really liking my hair right now. Like as far as like the thickness of it, I think it's getting thicker. So I'm thinking about dyeing it, but we will see. We'll see what happens. All right. So that was the last one. And I'm actually quite interested in that. We'll see how much it ends up costing and whether it's worth it or over going to the salon and whether I would trust myself using something like that. I would probably watch reviews before I would buy it. All right. So now let me go ahead and yeah, see, Kim's using it too. Kim's using Hair AF is amazing. It is like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There is a weird ingredient in there. See, another reason why I haven't reviewed it is I haven't looked too into the ingredients, which is the anti-me to not look into the ingredients before I purchased it. But if you look at the ingredient list, and Jen tried to explain this to me, and she volunteered to let me talk to the scientist that developed it to explain it to me, and I still don't get it. But it says human hair in the ingredient list. I'm not kidding. If you go over to the Gerard Cosmetics, the Hair AF part, you look at the ingredients, it says human hair. There are no chunkies in this. It is a clear, watery liquid that you put under your tongue and you let it sit there for 30 seconds. You do it once or twice a day. I usually do it twice. But it says freaking human hair, and I don't understand it. It's something kind of try to explain it to me like it's some kind of like infusion or something. I don't get it, but it's weird. And that's another reason why I haven't really talked about it much because I need to figure out like more about the ingredients before I like explain it. All I know is it works. I don't know what kind of sorcery is in there. Like if they put I feel like it's like a cauldron. It's like, and a dash of human hair. Ha ha ha. You know, I just see this like scientist with this cauldron and this big hat. He's got a lab coat on and like one of those like, I don't know, witchy hats. I don't get it. So yeah, I mean, Dustin, Dustin and Nick, they have their issues and things that I'm not a fan about them. But I will tell you, Dustin's hair looks freaking amazing. Compared, he used to look like a Cupid doll. He had the little hair, and this is coming from someone with thin hair. I had really thin hair. I still kind of do, but he had like little tiny spike, and now he's got a full head of hair. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So yeah. Yeah, you can totally see the difference in Dustin's hair. 100%. 100%. Yeah, maybe. Rosanna says her hair is keratin, right? It might be a keratin boost. Maybe. I don't know. I don't get it. All I know is it works. So yeah. All right, let's go on to the next article. Leanne says, does it have Eye of Newt? It might. It might. Maybe. Okay, so this is 3 key beauty consumer trends for 2023 and beyond. Mintel, who recently predicted a steep rise in social commerce, has now unveiled 3 key global consumer trends set to impact the beauty industry and personal care industry in 2023 and beyond. These trends will impact the beauty industry for the next 5 years, Mintel says. They are about consumer behavior, product innovation, and marketing tactics, and they're outlined in Mintel's 2023 Global Beauty and Personal Care Trends Report. And I do believe the article for this is down below as well. And it says each will have an impact on the beauty business, predicts Mintel. Mintel's Sarah Jindal, senior director, blah, blah, blah. Quick summary. And then they go into more details. And do I own? Oh, no, I do have all of them. Okay. So there's 3 beauty trends. Okay. I'm going to tell you all 3 right now. First one, and we talked about this in What's Up in Makeup. Someone else talked about this being a trend, beauty RX.
Okay. The medicalization of beauty is leading to more demand for proof behind claims, creating value through ingredient led products and driving the market for synthetic natural ingredients, which makes absolute synthetic natural ingredients. What is that? Can something be synthetic and natural? I think that might be a typo because that makes no sense. Am I not understanding that? Do I not understand what synthetic and natural mean and that's an oxymoron? Anyway, point is that people want ingredient-led products like a prescription. So we're going to start seeing more like names like cosmeceutical kind of thing. And what I really, really want to make sure that everybody in my audience knows, if you're not aware, you might already be aware, is that cosmeceuticals, doctor recommended, dermatologist recommended, none of those are regulated. So don't ever just get something because it says that on it. Like if your doctor actually recommends it, oh yes, but like one dermatologist out in the middle of Ohio, I just picked a random state, could be like, they could be like, here's $500. And the dermatologist says, yay, I recommend it, or more, $5,000, $50,000. I don't know. And they could say, yeah, I recommend it. And now it's dermatologist recommended. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, definitely don't just ever go by it's saying it's dermatologist recommended, or it's a cosmeceutical, or it's, any of that like doctory lingo. Yeah, naturally synthetic. I don't get that. I don't get it, Angie. Tracy says synthetic natural equals something that is chemically the same as a naturally occurring substance, but it's created in a lab. Oh. Oh. Well, that's interesting, Tracy. Thank you for bringing that to the collective brain. Something that is chemically the same as a naturally occurring substance, but is created in a lab. And that's kind of smart because if you think about it, if you get something naturally, let's say I get chamomile. What kind of chamomile is it? What strain of chamomile is it? I don't know if it's called a strain, but let's just call it a strain of chamomile, is it? Where is it grown? What kind of soil is it grown in? Do they use any kind of pesticides on it? How long has it been growing? What season does it grow in? What temperature is it where it's growing? I mean, all of these things have an impact. When is it picked within the season? All of that can have an impact on that particular plant. So if you take something like that and you synthetically make it to the most optimum amount of awesomeness, then that could be a really good thing. That would be fabulous. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that would be great. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one is called evolved self-care. So it says beauty is intended to be uplifting and can contribute to a post-pandemic sense of self-care that includes sexual wellness, the hormone journey, and wellness for every stage of life. So I love this. I think this is fabulous. Evolved self-care. I think that the part about sexual wellness is really important. And I think the hormone journey for wellness at every life stage is really important too, because now that I am perimenopausal and I'm having, going through that, I'm 44. So that's the time when you could start going through that stuff, sometimes earlier, sometimes later. I'm noticing things are a little bit different, hormonally, just in general. And it would be nice to have more knowledge about that. I mean, if you have, genetically female parts, when did you learn the names of those parts? When did you learn which hole your pee comes out of? Let's be honest, okay? We got a lot of stuff going on down there, and nobody teaches you that stuff. Like, yeah, you might have got it in 8th grade sex education class, but nobody teaches you that. And how often are you looking at it? You can't even see it. What are you going to do? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like that's so important to normalize the stages of life when it comes to sexual wellness and just wellness in general. And focusing on that. I love that. I love that so much. Of all the like marketing things, this is something that I love 100%. I think it's amazing. So yeah, I'm all about that. Oh, Siri says, my mom's a biologist. We had a children's book explaining anatomy from the time I can remember. That's amazing. You got that in fourth grade? Okay, so I had a class in fifth grade that taught us about periods. And then we learned about sex in eighth grade. And then I think in high school, we had another class that went more into like STDs and stuff like that. Cause that was like it was like the AIDS epidemic was happening. Like it was still all about AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. Like that was the big scare because they didn't have like really good medicine. Like the medicine was just starting to come out. Where because I was in eighth grade, it would have been 1989 to 90. I was in eighth grade, so we were just starting to learn about like they were just starting to get medications out, and even that didn't guarantee you that you would survive. So yeah, I mean, I feel like my parents were definitely like didn't really like it was awkward, like it was real awkward talking about it. Like they we didn't talk about it. We did not talk about it. I didn't know a period was a thing until I had it. Like I had no idea. I thought I pooped myself. Okay. I had no idea what had happened. All I knew was I had a stomach ache and then something was going on and I was crying and I thought it was, I didn't know what was happening. And then my mom very embarrassedly told me, this is what this is. It's like, why did nobody tell me this? Because we didn't learn. You know what? I must have had it in fifth grade, but maybe I didn't I don't know because now I'm thinking because we did have a class in fifth grade. Maybe I was like ADHDing and didn't understand it. Didn't we have a class in fifth grade? Maybe we didn't. I think I'm remembering that wrong. We didn't have a class in fifth grade. I taught the class in fifth grade. My memory's wrong. We didn't have that class till eighth grade. I didn't have sex ed until Tia. If Tia's still here, Tia will have to tell me because Tia would know. But I really do think because I didn't know. I was shocked. I had no idea what was happening. I don't think we had any kind of stuff like that till eighth. Now thinking about it, is Tia still here? I don't think Tia's still here. I think Tia dipped out. Because Tia went to the same schools as me, so Tia would know. And Tia was only a year younger than me. Okay. Anyway, I'm real excited about the whole evolved self-care thing. Beauty intending to be uplifting, contributing to a post-pandemic self-care, like all that stuff. I love that. So we did. Okay, thank you, Tia. We did have it in fifth. Did you know about periods in fifth grade? I have like we can talk about it privately if you don't want to talk about it publicly, but I didn't know because I was in sixth grade by the time you were fifth grade. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't know, but I didn't know, and I was shocked. All right, third one. I told you I was going to tell you them all at the same time, and then I didn't do that, so I apologize. Number 3, new rules of engagement. Brands should embrace disruption in the category to create new rules for engagement and building communities, allowing for more playfulness, experimentation, and DIY. Okay, here we go. Tia says, but it was super vague. Like, here's your girl parts, and here's your body parts, and here's a bunny video showing how babies are made. Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. All right. So this is what they meant by this. Experimentation drives engagement in technology and will usher in the next generation of experience, whether in store or at home. So what they're saying is as online and offline formats continue to merge, technology will allow for the replication of experience across channels. Oh my gosh, metaverse, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So they're basically, okay, this is the paragraph. Today's consumers, especially Gen Z, are seeking inclusive and attainable portrayals of beauty. So if you've noticed, there's a lot more inclusion of all kinds of people, LGBTQ plus, people with disabilities, people, all kinds of people of all different skin colors and all different nationalities from all over the world, and people with extreme hyperpigmentation and people with freckles and, that don't look as, model Victoria's Secret models are not even like you're seeing more of people that look like the average person, which I personally like. But I do think that that's going to be a trend that will eventually like I think it's human nature to want to look at the stereotypical beauty. So I'm hoping that we can change what the stereotypical beauty looks like and just accept that everyone is beautiful in their own way. That's what I'm hoping for, but I think that I'm being overly optimistic. But we'll see. They do say that 43% of beauty consumers say it makes them happy to see different types of beauty in advertisement. And I'm definitely part of that. It makes me very happy to see different types of beauty. I like to see different types of people. And I see beauty in so many faces that wouldn't have been seen in advertisements 10, 20 years ago. So I freaking love it. I hope that it continues. I hope that that's a trend that keeps going. And I worry that one day people will get tired of it and will go back to the old ways. So we'll see. So we'll see what happens, but I love that one. Those two are my favorites. The Beauty RX. I'm glad people are looking into proof behind claims, but at the same time, I'm worried about the fake marketing that comes with that one. Sarah says the TV show Blossom taught me about periods. I think I had already had my period by the time Blossom came on. I did love that show though. I was class of 96. So, oh wait, you know what? I got my year. Yeah, I was in middle school. I graduated in 96, so 12th would have been 95 to 96. Yes. I'm not mathing. My math is not mathing right now. I did go to school with people in class of 94 though. So that was what I wanted to talk about today. I'm very fascinated by beauty trends and by the things that people, the direction that our beauty space is going in. You know, being in this space for 10 years and seeing the directions we've gone in the past, and you know, the big collecting boom of makeup that I think is still going on for some people. I just think that it's less prevalent because I think, you know, that was over consumerism. Nobody really looked at it as a bad thing for the longest time. And I was really thankful when people like Kimberly Clark came around and started doing the anti-hauls. And I think that has led to less consumerism, but that also pushed a lot of beauty trends forward. And I feel like we aren't getting, well, no, that's not true. We are getting still a bunch of beauty trends, but I feel like a lot of times we're like, it's not really new. Like it's stuff that it existed, but they're trying to like reinvent it in a new way. Like cream blush has always been around, but now they're putting it in sticks and they're putting it in different packaging, and you know, there's luminous and there's matte and there's, you know, they're always trying to reinvent things. So I wanted to talk about this because I felt like there were some really actual new things and actual, you know, ways that we're going that are actually different, not just the mirage of being different. So I found it really interesting. So I wanted to talk about it. So we're almost out of time. We have about 3 minutes left. And we can talk about whatever you guys want for the next 3 minutes. Yay, class of 96. Woohoo! Dion, we would have gone to school together. I love that. Oh, Andrea, we celebrated my daughter when she got her period. We dressed up and all the women in my immediate family went for a nice dinner to celebrate her coming into womanhood. Oh my gosh, I love that with my whole soul. I love that so much because I think that it was in my house, it was a very hush hush thing. It was a thing you just don't talk about. You don't talk about it. You don't say anything. Like it's embarrassing. Like going in and buying feminine hygiene products is embarrassing. Like I still feel a twinge of embarrassment at 44 years old buying feminine hygiene products. Phoenix, like we ran out of something, and Phoenix went into the CVS, grabbed what they needed, walked up to the counter. There was a man behind the counter and handed nothing, not even a twinge. And I was so proud. I was like, yes, like that's what I feel like teenagers should feel. Is it's not a big deal. It's a function. Like it's really not a big deal. And I loved it so much. I was so proud. Oh, interesting. So Sarah says, please review Stripes products for perimenopause sometimes. Naomi Watts is a spokesperson. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, Siri says, I wish we'd talk about the fact that most of us simply aren't especially beautiful. That's the thing about physical beauty. It's incredibly rare, but that's not what makes us lovable or valuable. Oh my gosh, 100% that's not what makes people I mean, you really can't tell the quality of a human you're dealing with by anything on the outside, you know? It's when they open their mouth, when they could treat you this way or they could treat you that way. and they make the kind choice. That's when you really know the value of a human being. And I think we do put way too much value on the stereotypical, beautiful looks. And you're right, it is extremely rare to have the symmetry and the this and the that and all the things that they say. But Siri, thank you for bringing that up because I think that that's really important point. Yeah. Yeah, Kayla, me too. Didn't learn about periods till after I got mine. Me too. Yeah, 100%. Me too. Yes. Makeup and breakup bug. We have to hide everything that makes us us. And I think sometimes we're taught to suppress the things that make us us. We're taught to not be ourselves. And I hope that, it seems like in today's day and age, there's more conversation about being yourself, and embracing who you are and being okay with that and accepting people for who they are, not expecting people to go with, well, it just depends on the topic, but not expecting people to fit into the white picket fence, you know, um, June Cleaver kind of mold. That people are allowed to not be like that anymore overall. I mean, of course, it's a very complicated topic. It's not an overall thing, but I do think that we're moving in the right direction when it comes to those things. So so yeah, I should probably go. It's 101. And I need to get these contact lenses out because my eyeballs are dying. They're dying. They feel so scratchy. So I'm gonna go. Thank you for being here in live chat. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, have a wonderful week. This next coming week, I'm taking the week off for because we have Thanksgiving here in the States. So we have Thanksgiving at my house on Thursday, and then Saturday with John's parents. And then on Sunday, we're having Friendsgiving. So we're having friends over for Thanksgiving. So yeah, I have a very packed week and I just don't think that I can push myself to get a video done. And the thing is Friday between after Thanksgiving is notoriously like doesn't matter what I put up. I could put up the best video I've ever put up in my entire life and it will get the lowest number of views. I'd rather save that video because I do have an idea in my head of what I want to do, but I want to save that video for a day that more people are around. I it's not about the views, but I want people to be able to watch it that want to watch it. And it doesn't always show up in feeds later on. If it doesn't get a lot of views initially from my core audience, then it doesn't get shared as much and it'll get lost. And then people won't get a chance to enjoy it that they may have enjoyed it on another week. That was a long explanation, but that's why I won't be putting out a video on Friday. But next week it's on. Favorites and fails countdown, what's up and makeup, all of that first week of December. So I will see you then. If you are in the US, happy Thanksgiving. If you're in Canada, happy Thanksgiving a month ago. And mad love to you. And I will see you. Or if you've celebrated Thanksgiving in another country, happy Thanksgiving to you, wherever it is. Thank you so much for being here. Mad love. I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.